Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in. Today we are going to be looking at 0.4.0's update for Minecraft Pocket Edition. Okay, as you can see in the bottom, it says peaceful mode, and yeah, so you can enable that in the settings, and it will do it for any world you have, whatever it is placed on. Okay, let me create a new world. I'm gonna just name this survival world after the update, and that way we can go ahead and see what's cooking. Alright, it's going to be survival. And I'll have a creative video up soon, and I'll do that separately. Alright, so let's start out with stone bricks is a new thing. Check this out. That'll be pretty cool. It's what the strongholds in the PC version are made of. And it's a very cool looking block. So next, they added some new wool colors. And also, yes, for the stone bricks, by the way, it uses 4 smooth stone. So you just smelt some cobblestone, 4 cobblestone, and turns it back into stone, and there we go. Alright, you've got mushroom stew now, can be made with both the mushrooms, of course, the normal recipe for that, both mushrooms and a bowl. And so there we go, it restores the most health of any food item yet. Alright, all these different kinds of dyes, they've added every single dye possible. And, alright, so let's go into the crafting table and see what else it adds to it. Alright, first off, you can notice the chests and the beds. Now, the beds take 3 wool and 3 pieces of wood, or 3 wood planks. And, yeah, what you do is when you sleep in it, it changes it from night to day. You can only sleep at night, and it switches it really quick. It's very, very useful, and it also sets spawn points. So you always spawn when you die next to your bed, unless you break it, which is bad. Alright, you also have chests to store items in. We'll get to that later. Alright, so they added flint and steel and then TNT because of creepers. TNT is the normal recipe with 4 sand and 5 gunpowder items. Alright. And it also says you can hit it with electrical charge, so maybe they're actually thinking of redstone later on. Sweet. Alright, so now they have bread you can make because of farming. They added bread because you can make wheat. Grow things and everything, so we'll get to that in a second. Alright, so let's look at some normal mob drops. So most of the mobs that normally give out food drop food now, so that's good. They drop their various items like cooked pork chops. I haven't tried with the flint and steel yet. I haven't experimented with that, but you can't. I think I read somewhere that they haven't made it so you can set a ground section on fire yet. So I don't think you can cook pork chops or pigs by setting them on fire or anything. Alright, so here's farming. As you can see, the hoes have been added for all categories, iron, stone, wood, gold, diamond, everything. And yeah, you just pretty much tap a block. And as you can see right there, this is how you get seeds for planting. What happens is, this is of course creative, that's why I have it already, but anyway, yeah, so you pretty much, you hoe a bunch of areas, and it every once in a while it'll drop a seed, and you have to break that block because it drops it below the block, and then it'll be in that spot. And you just pick it up and go ahead and plant. And then of course wheat gives you a couple after you harvest it. Okay, here's a chest. It makes 8 pieces of planks of wood is to make it. Of course you can't open it. I was just testing that. You can't open it with a block above, so that's normal. That was up till a certain point in the beta, I think. It was like that, and then they changed it. I think when they released the full version of Minecraft. Alright, and yeah, so the chest has a huge amount of space. It's almost the size of your inventory. So yeah, it's about a good more than 3/4 of the size. Alright, so now you can also, of course, cook the food to create more, because the raw stuff, I don't know if it really does much. It may be like half of a heart or something, I'm not sure. But usually it's about half the amount, and all the other normal foods, when they're cooked, they deal out 2 or 2.5 hearts of health when you are hurt. So that's in easy mode or whatever the normal it is without peaceful. Peaceful, of course, it automatically regenerates your health, and slowly as how it was before. So peaceful is pretty much how it was before, except for there were mobs. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of weird. If you haven't played Minecraft, it'd be hard to understand, but you'll get used to it. And here we go, creepers. So I found a little cave area, and here's a creeper. During the daytime, this is the one mob that does not burn in the daylight. Actually, spiders. I'm sorry. Spiders also don't burn in the daylight, but creepers are notorious for not burning. And so as you can see with a stone sword, it takes about 4 hits, I think, to kill one. And I was afraid that this was going to be really hard, they were going to be overpowered, but apparently they limited, like extremely limited, the blast radius for these guys. So that really, props to those guys for doing that. That's really going to make this a lot easier to handle, and this isn't going to be as overpowered as I thought. Of course, he didn't drop any, but this guy does. They do drop items, of course. Yeah, so here's the creepers. These are at night. There was some skeletons in places over there, so it's not like those aren't around. So you always want to watch your back. Now, the creepers do make the S, they go S to warn you, kind of like a skunk. So that's nice. It's gonna be scary though if you're not paying attention and building a house at night. It's gonna be scary. You need to always watch your back now. So anyway, yeah, he was fairly close right there, and only dealt out a little bit of damage. So they pretty much have to be right next to you and blow up to kill you. And okay, here we go, demonstrating eating. You pretty much just don't aim at a block, because otherwise it'll break it. And yeah, just hold down, and he'll eat it. And just make sure you hold down the whole time until it's done. And it gives you a couple. That one gave me, I think, 2 hearts of health. And there we go. So they aren't really that hard to kill. Which is really, really good. I was really worried about that. Like you're gonna be dying like every few minutes if you were out at night and you pretty much had to sleep every single time. You do when you sleep in beds. You really, really do have to make sure mobs aren't around. Oh, there we go. He dropped some gunpowder. All right. Another thing is someone was asking about that, but zombies do drop feathers. I know it's very, very rare, I guess, but they really, really do. So I want to thank you for watching. I'm going to have a bed tutorial more in depth of that later, and stay tuned for that, and also a creative spotlight. They added some things in this new update to creative. This was just something I was trying out, because in the old versions you could actually get rid of the blocks under a bed, and yeah, it would float, and it really does. That's really funny. Kind of funny, but anyway, see you guys later.